Welcome to our tutorial on inserting a new part. I'm going to start by creating a new assembly document. Click OK. Now let's click Browse. Here's my first component, the lid. Click Open. And I'm going to place the lid around here. Next, I'll insert a new component under Insert, Component, New Part. Or I can also do this from the Insert Components. Oops, let's cancel out of there. The Insert Components drop-down menu on the Assembly Features toolbar, New Part. And we see Part 2 in our Feature Manager window. The mouse pointer has a green check mark. Now I need to choose a planar face or a plane against which to align my newly inserted part. I'm going to select this face, and as you see, the part in the specification tree changed color. This part is now active. Right now we're in the editing sketch mode. Here we see Sketch 1 of Part 2 of Assembly 1. Let's pin down our drop-down menus. You see that even though we're in the Edit Sketch mode, we don't have a confirmation corner up here. In order to see the confirmation corner, we need to go to Tools, Options, System Options, and enable the Confirmation Corner checkbox option. Let's click OK. Now we see our confirmation corner. By the way, if you still don't see the confirmation corner and you've already hung up your view toolbars at this point, in the Display Properties of your Settings tab, you need to change the color quality to 32-bit. As you can see, our part, the lid, is now transparent. That's because we're in the part editing mode, and the rest of the assembly is now transparent. We can choose to make it opaque or to maintain the transparency. This option can also be found under Tools, Options, System Options, and Display Selection. Assembly Transparency for in-context editing. Right now we have Force Assembly Transparency selected. We can choose the level of transparency with this slider. Let's click Cancel for now. Now let's create a seal for this lid. We'll select the Normal to view. Select this face. Let's choose Convert Entities. Outside, the contour is converted to a sketch. Next, I can Control-select these edges, or simply select this face. And I convert entities again. Again, the outside contour has converted to a sketch. I'm going to Control-select these edges, and once again convert entities. Now let's go to the Features tab. Select Extrude Boss. Let's go to the isometric view. The depth, let's enter a value of 0.1 inches. Click OK. In order to better see our lid, I'd like to change the color. Let's change it to, for example, green. Click OK. And let's rebuild the part. Now I'd like to save the part. Select Save As. SolidWorks asks us to resolve this ambiguity. That's because neither the assembly nor the part have yet been saved. Let's select the part and click OK. SolidWorks prompts me, letting me know that Part 2 Assembly 1 is referenced by another open document as a virtual component. We're going to click OK here. Let's name it. We'll call it Seal. And save. Now we see that Part 2 is now called Seal. This arrow on the right means that the part has a reference. Let's click Save again. This time I'll save an assembly. OK. Let's accept the default name and click Save. The origin of this newly created part is aligned with the origin of the part we used as a reference. In our case here, with the lid. And SolidWorks has also created an in-place mate. I'm not able to edit this mate. For example, when I right-click, we're not at the assembly level. Let's go to the assembly level. Let's right-click and edit assembly. Now we're at the assembly level. You see that the transparency is now gone. Okay, mates are active. Let's right-click on the in-place mate. Edit feature. We get a warning from SolidWorks. Assembly is mated. Using in-place mates, these can't be replaced with the Mate Entities tool. We can only delete in-place mates, but we're not able to edit them. Let's go back to the seal. Right-click, Edit Part, select the Normal To view. Now let's select this face. I want to create a slot. Let me go to the Sketch tab to do this. Click OK. Exit the sketch. Go to the Features tab. Let's use an extruded cut. Select the sketch we just created. Blind. Click OK. We now have a slot in our seal, and this feature appears in our tree as Cut Extrude 1 under Seal. Let's rebuild. Next, I'm going to right-click on the lid and select Edit Part. Let's change the dimensions of Extrude 1. Let's say to 6. Enter. You see that the seal follows automatically. Next, I'm going to create one more sketch on the face of the seal. Click OK. Exit the sketch. Go to the Features tab. Create an extruded cut and watch what happens. Let's choose Through All and click OK. I've created a seal using the part lid as a reference, and now I'm using that seal as a reference to create features for the lid. Let's click Rebuild and see what happens. As you see, the shape of the seal changed. To better see, let's go to the assembly level. You need to watch for this type of situation. Sometimes you'll get an error message and sometimes not. Our seal is mated to the lid. We don't need to create any more mates. Let's right-click and delete. Do I really want to delete this? Yes. SolidWorks gives us a warning. Do we want to delete the references? Let's click No. Now the seal can be freely moved. Let's update. However, we now have a rebuild error. The cut doesn't intersect the model. Let's fix this. Right-click, Edit. SolidWorks gives us another message. Click OK. Under Direction 1, let's choose Through All. Oops, let's cancel out of this. Basically, we need to apply some dimensions. Right-click, Edit, OK. Select the Normal To view. Let's highlight it. And now let's apply some dimensions. OK. OK. Let's leave the default values in place. OK. And here. OK. Let's exit the sketch. Now everything looks fine. Let's go to an isometric view. Now let's go back to the assembly level. Let's move the seal again and click Rebuild. When we use an existing part in an assembly level as a reference, it's important to determine beforehand which is the best way to incorporate it. Also, it's important to define your sketches as much as possible. And this concludes our tutorial on inserting a new part.